This is the end of the beginning. Welcome to today's show. I want to thank a subscriber over on the website who posts great stuff, who goes by the name of Nisi, for sharing this with me. I figured I'd share it with everybody out there because this is just another way to indoctrinate people. And that's this board game called Carbon City Zero. Sounds like fun, right? It's only the gayest game ever created, and by that I mean happiest, because it's great. It's a game that actually can cause the hell on earth that they're literally trying to cause right now. It's a game based on Agenda 2030. So it's a way to indoctrinate your kids, and of course there'll be very slow human beings who get this game and start brainwashing their children with it. It's a version of Monopoly, just the opposite actually, because there's no capitals involved. It's a game of control. And we're going to play it together. But first, I'll read you the plot of the game. Or we're not going to play it together. I'll show you a walkthrough of it so we can all make fun of it and cringe, as, you know, one only can when they hear this description of the game. The description is, as a newly appointed city mayor, you've been tasked with creating a carbon-neutral city. Sounds fun. It sounds easy, it says, but you'll soon discover that your carbon budgets are hard to balance. Can you hit the zero carbon target before your rivals? The race to become the first zero carbon city is on. Carbon City Zero is a deck building game for 2 to 4 players in which players develop a sustainable city by building factories, managing people, lobbying government ministers, and raising public awareness. Folks, it's the ultimate propaganda game. Each player starts with an identical draw deck and a carbon level of 40. Do they have the carbon footprint? We'll find out. The carbon footprint in here? Buying additional cards from a shared marketplace to create a more sustainable city, balancing the need to generate income and reducing carbon. Players can follow numerous paths to victory, creating synergies between government, industry, and domestic sectors while avoiding... It sounds like fun, right? Something that the kids would love. Can you imagine, like, if you walked in to a friend's house and there's like 4, 30-year-olds playing this game? I mean, I wish I could say what I would actually do, but I'll get a strike for violence or something probably. So together, let's all walk through the game from this video that was shared on the website by Nisi. It is Carbon City Zero. Here we go. All right, so you see it. It's got a little bit of a theme like the Game of Life. We got cards, local, increasing funding. Of course, we have to make sure we have, okay, everybody of every nationality, of course, to be included. Okay, we've got a guy raking. Oh, right, we've got, oh boy, carbon tracker. And you got to get all the way to the middle of the circle. Isn't it interesting that the circle is like is the mind control thing, right? You're getting very sleepy. Public awareness. Okay, what do we got? Stock exchange. We got charging points, so we got our EV. Biogas, I don't even know what that said. Charging point, public awareness. Right. So I guess it's talking about crashing the stock market. Cost to buy the card, right? So you have your carbon allowance in here. Remember, everyone's going to have the same allowance. You're all going to have the equal income because there's no more discrimination. Of course, this won't apply to the elites and the rich. I mean, this is a total snooze. I mean, if you're debating this, playing this game, you might as well debate getting all your teeth removed because this is about the same. Oh my goodness. Global opportunities. What do we got? Behavioral control. I just saw behavioral control, the card. Hopefully they show it again in full. So they take a screenshot of that. Behavioral change. There it is. Increase the marketplace. So here we go. They're already talking about behavioral change. People don't realize that. It's about controlling how you behave, including your speech. They'll tell you that if you question the government, it's costing you, your carbon emissions are going to get taxed for wasting breath. All right, we got greenwashing, global recession. These are all things actually caused by this climate agenda. Bad press. Something there. Draw a deck, recycle pile. All right, we got a choo-choo train going through a hole. It sums this game up. We have a shared marketplace, of course, because everything's sharing in this communist government. Sharing's caring, including your wife. We have a discard. We have global. I mean, could you believe somebody made this? Did our government make this? Oh, here's the little booklet on all this stuff. Global Summit. Government uncertainty. Global Summit. So they're even promoting, they're promoting pretty much the Bilderberg meetings and all those and Davos. Now, replace your mayor at 50 on the card. I mean, this is the most ridiculous game. They're like, you don't like the game. You don't like this game because you don't understand it. Who would want? I do fully understand it. This is the exact opposite of what the climate agenda is. Oh, here's your budget. Might as well set fire to the cash because that won't exist. I'm surprised they don't show crypto or digital currency. Game might be a little dated. Stock exchange. Okay, we got the arrow there. I mean, boy, oh boy. This is nothing more than indoctrination, of course. And this is even for the people who, don't even understand. Like, they're just going on aboard with climate change. And obviously, they'll never really understand because the libs will not get it. They'll go on board with whatever they're told. But this will give them even more of an indoctrination. Not just them, but their kids, who, of course, they'll teach this to. So we have news. Net Zero Hub, a large factory. Car share, ladies and gentlemen. Car share. You could all get in the car together and share the car, and that'll be great for the climate. Of course, it'll be an electric car. While building the marketplace, discard any snag cards. Right, look at these snag. Poor communication, funding cuts, corruption. Well, this whole thing is corruption. It smells like a pile of dookie, if you ask me. We got 1, action. 2, recycle. 3, draw. I'd like to recycle this entire game, to be honest with you. Right in a fire pit. Let those carbon emissions seep into the atmosphere. Poor housing stock. Well, we better get everybody into a smart city is pretty much the way the game is, what the game is about, right? Is that how the game ends? They just announced that we're going to go into the smart city or the line in Saudi Arabia. Poor transport. Oh, yes. Poor transport, getting in a car that emits carbon emissions. Yet, how are they getting energy for the electric vehicle? What about the lithium battery? Is that safe for the environment? No, it's not actually. People's houses are catching fire from having electric vehicles just parked inside. You don't hear that on the news, of course. Don't worry about that. They know people are so dumb they'll see those stories anyway and still go get an electric vehicle. Don't worry if your house blows up or your family dies in the car because it's, a lithium battery that's exploding. I mean, this has got to be the worst global opportunities. Let's call it globalism, global funding, and global collaboration. Why don't you just put the World Economic Forum up there? Put their logo. Right? I mean, it is their game, probably. New building regulations. Of course, that has to do with turning your entire home into a smart home so that they can control it. People are like, oh, it's for convenience. All right, so they can control your air conditioning, your locks, everything. Turn off your air, turn off your heat, turn off your oven, your stove, everything. Don't you get it? Public awareness. Well, nobody's going to be aware, of course, if they watch this game. They'll be completely brain dead. Insulate buildings, right? Because they want, your building could just heat itself up from the sun. But then, of course, we're going to block the sun, right? Nobody putting anything together yet, connecting the dots. We want everything to be solar, but we're also looking at ways we could block the sun. Oh boy, do you need common sense to figure that out? I mean, I don't even think you need that to figure it out. If everything's going to be based off the sun and they're going to block the sun, which they've just talked about openly, what do you think's going to happen? You think you're going to be able to get to point A to point B? Oh, you're going to be in a cell, okay? And some people are probably like, well, at least it's my house and it's not a prison cell. Well, what's the difference? I mean, this game is really moving along, folks. Somebody on a bicycle, right? They want you all to ride a bike, like that woman who showed up at the meeting. I think I mentioned, there's monarch butterflies in there. That's great, too. There it is. They're even showing you the mind control. The woman who showed up at the meeting in a private jet, it's one, government meeting, and then jumped off the jet and then got into a car, then got out of the car and got on a bike to make it look like she was going to the event on a bike. I mean, it's such a joke. I can't believe that the liberal people don't look at this stuff and then, say, hey, this is ridiculous. I mean, they're so brainwashed. It's incredible. Yeah, it looks like the line anyway. We have the global sum. Okay, so it looks like that's the game. Nobody knows what in the world they just saw. I'm sure if you're watching right now, you're like, what did I just see? Well, nobody knows what they just saw other than, of course, massive propaganda, a major way to brainwash people who are already brainwashed, condition them a little bit more, right? Everything's pretty much the opposite of what the game says. The red cards were like the negative cards. So those were cards that are probably like conspiracy theory, people questioning the media. They're negative, right? Put them in the burn pile. And then everything else, of course, they're like, share this. Let's share the car. Let's share our food, which I'm okay with, I guess, in some senses, until crap hits the fan and some, person with blue hair comes to my door asking for a sandwich or survival food. Next thing you know, they want to share your wife, and then when that's not enough, they'll share your kid. So that's where all this stuff goes anyway. In a communist society, these people actually think that they want it. Pretty incredible. I say just ship them all to China. But of course, they're not actually into the carbon stuff over there. That's a way for the rest of us to get on board with a communist society. Eventually, they'll just be like, oh yeah, the environment's fine. You're trapped. Bye. Ta-ta. We're taking off in our Lear jets and we had our own island, every one of us. This guy owns Maui. Biden owns, Polynesian Islands. I don't know. But anyway, folks, you just saw what hell on earth looks like. That board game. Literally hell on earth. But these are the types of things that they're pushing out there now. The days of Tiddlywinks and Duck Duck Goose and, what are some of the other card games that you used to play as a kid, right? Old Maid. Those days are gone. The newest board games, because people think that they're so intelligent, are just games that are strictly 100% propaganda and mind control. This has got to be the worst game ever created in the history of humanity. I thank everyone for being here. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know what you think of the game in the comment section below. God bless all of you and your families.